Dark Knight's Death Metal Infinite Hour Exxxtreme Issue 1 finds Lobo in a seedy galactic bar 6 months ago, accosting the bartender for ignoring him and not giving him his booze. He asks why he doesn't have any drinks and is reminded not only did he destroy the entire bar and kill everyone, he ripped the bartender's arms off and used them as weapons. Lobo isn't interested in his sad excuses, fetching himself some alcohol and telling the bartender that none of this would have happened if someone had just told him where his bounty was. The bartender points out one of the dead men, saying that was him and he would have known if he would have just listened. Gathering his bounty and throwing back the bartender his arms, Lobo goes to leave, but it is yanked through the wall by the Batman who Frags, his dark multiverse counterpart. Lobo attacks his doppelganger, who easily stops his punches, throwing the Zarian around as the Batman says on his world he injected himself with Zarnian DNA, adding Lobo's strength and healing factor to his already impressive fighting prowess to become the Batman who Frags. Lobo isn't scared of the villain, wondering what's with all of the different Bat Stooges showing up lately, as the Batman headbutts him, leading to Lobo headbutting him back. The villain says that there is still a Batman within him, and because of it, he is trained with the greatest headbutters who've ever busted heads, making him superior to Lobo in every way. Lobo calls him a butt head, revealing he stabbed the villain with his own chain whip. Lobo tells the surprise villain that he was able to get away with it thanks to fighting long enough to know when to play possum. Grabbing the chain, Lobo intends on gutting the Batman, saying that he's about to become the Batman who is missing a spleen. Suddenly, Lobo is pulled through a portal by a hooded being who welcomes him to their asteroid belt as he reveals himself to be Lex Luthor. Lobo threatens Lex with graphic violence if he doesn't tell him why he summoned him there and ruined his kill. Lex says that he has a special mission for the Zarian, and Lobo hopes that he has a special price attached to that mission. Lobo asks what happened to Lex's face, but Luthor says that it's inconsequential since everything is at stake now, and when he says everything, he literally means everything. Lobo knows that it's not so bad, seeing as it would get rid of all of the Superman and Batman and Guy Fieri's, but it would also get rid of things he likes like babies, dolphins and booze, as well as his precious money. Agreeing to help Lex, Lobo asks what he's going to be fragging to get them out of this situation, but Lex says it's not a who, it's a what, the death metal itself. Lobo knows that sounds expensive, and Lex reassures him that he will be getting paid for his services, so he need not worry. The main man hopes his ride is nearby, and Lex says that it's been taken care of, summoning his bike. Lex hopes that he can trust the main man since all of existence hinges on him now. Lobo knows he doesn't have much of a choice in the matter, but then again, the main man has got plenty of choices in front of him now. Elsewhere, the Batman who Frags pulls the chain whip from his gut, healing from the wound and mounting his decked out bike, knowing that someone is about to learn the hard way that the Batman who laughs doesn't send everyone to Arkham, he sends them to hell, and Lobo better pack his sunscreen. In the present on Black Hawk Island, Lobo trudges through the swamps of the island, commenting on the smell, meaning anyone could easily follow him. Suddenly he is attacked by Black Monday, making him wonder just how many more of these bat-themed villains he's got to kill before they take the hint. The bounty hunter slices the villain with his hook, calling Black Monday stupid as he puts the chain around the villain's neck. Their fight spills out of the jungle towards the bat-themed sanctum nearby. Lobo says that the other Batmen sent Black Monday to the island because none of them want to hang out with him. Pulling a large gun from out of nowhere he cares to mention, Lobo blasts Batman, saying Black Monday smells bad and doesn't have any friends. Monday demands the hunter shut up, grabbing Lobo and saying that while he is a bad guy, he's a good friend. Lobo agrees, continuing to fire his weapon into the side of the building, asking if Black Monday maybe wants to get a drink after this. Monday thinks that Lobo wants to be a friend as the destroyed building tumbles down on him, crushing the villain as Lobo says that they aren't friends, but they both don't have friends, the difference being Lobo doesn't want any. Entering the half-destroyed sanctum, Lobo finds a bunch of artifacts, including a golden Hawkman statue, knowing that he will have to come back to deface it soon after he gets the death medal. Soon he finds the box, not believing that it was just sitting around, and he's right since the box is empty as a voice calls him a fool. The voice belongs to Hawkman, who knows just how tempting the power of the death metal can be, and he vowed to keep it hidden at all costs as he continues to do research and compile info on it. Carter says that his notes were recently stolen, however, but the metal was still able to be protected. Lobo tells him to hand it over and go take a nap, but Carter instead asks why Lobo needs to smoke in his home. Lobo says that he isn't leaving without it, even if it means ripping Hawkman's arm off and beating him to death with his own mace. Lobo assures Hawkman that he isn't interested in its power, only the money that it will bring him, and he would rather just efface the statue of Hawkman and leave, but he can't. Carter knew that he couldn't keep it hidden forever, so he tells Lobo to follow him, heading deeper into the facility. Hawkman says that the metal is all powerful and can rewrite history and remake universes altogether. Lobo soon gets his hand on the metal as suddenly there is an explosion as the Batman who Frags arrives, bombing the island with his bike. The sanctum begins collapsing and Lobo hopes that Carter has a secret escape hatch. Carter activates a portal he set up just for something like this, but he's not sure where it leads, so Lobo better leave while the hero holds off the villain. Lobo isn't having any of it, grabbing the hero and pulling him through the mystery portal as well. The Batman who Frags meanwhile thinks he has killed the duo, blowing up the entire island just to be sure as Lobo and Hawkman arrive in Gem World. Lobo tells Carter to shut up as the hero tries to thank the hunter, opening the metal box and using the awesome reality reshaping powers to recreate the Trinity's origins, albeit with him in a starring role. Using the powers, he creates Loboland, a pocket universe for him to rewrite, and all he has to do is think into the death metal and it will bring it to life. Suddenly Brainiac arrives, pulling the hunter to the Hall of Doom, revealing that he escaped there when Perpetua's throne was destroyed. Brainiac reveals that he was instructed by Lex should Luthor ever disappear, he is to get the death metal from Lobo. Lobo isn't happy, saying that he was trying to have fun, turning Brainiac into his 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Tribb. Brainiac says that Lobo's buffoonery is damaging the multiverse, but using his non-existent Lobo senses, Lobo finds a stash of guns hidden behind the wall, planning on torturing the villain with them. Finding the largest, most extreme gun he can, Lobo asks Brainiac what's the difference between jelly and jam, with the villain saying that it's the sugar content, but Lobo says that's wrong, since he can't jelly a gun up Brainiac's exhaust pipe. Brainiac says that this is the biggest test of Lobo's survivability skills, and his survival is their survival, so he needs to hand over the death metal. Suddenly the Batman who Frags appears, gunning Lobo down, calling him pathetic. The villain says they could have had some agreeable times together, however this is how fate has spun things. Before he blows Lobo away, however, the hunter kicks him in the face, grabbing him and opening a portal to Loboland and forcing the villain into it, trapping him in the pocket universe. Reluctantly, Lobo hands over the device to Brainiac, restoring him to his normal self, and learning from the Kaluan that the key to everything is in Lobo's blood. Learning this, Lobo has his most extreme idea yet, as the Batman who Frags proclaims that he is still alive as he awakens in Lobo World, immediately set upon by the Lobo League. Death Metal Infinite Hour Extreme Issue 1 was an absolute blast from cover to cover, detailing the insanity that was Lobo's journey to gather the death metal for Lex Luthor. Again, if you needed any more proof that death metal is an action schlock comedy, then this is the issue for you. It's full of Lobo's signature violence, his big guns, and his colourful insults and jokes, along with a really fun quick team up with Hawkman and Brainiac, as well as Lobo battling his dark multiverse counterpart and many other Batmen of the dark multiverse, while also revealing exactly what the death metal is or what it can do, more or less. Writers Frank Terry, Sam Humphries and Becky Cloonan all did a fantastic and hilarious job bringing this multi-part story together, and a story that ends up being quite a pivotal part of the death metal storyline overall, more of which will be covered in the Death Metal issue 5 comic for sure, and I cannot wait for that. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.